we go. Hello there. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday, the 2nd of March. So I do know it's been a little bit since I've been able to catch you up on activities that I'm doing in school. I said, I got a little time. Let's talk for a little bit. So this is our first official few days in the month of March. We finished out February. February, a short month, only 28 days. So now here we are in March. We are starting the testing window for the state assessments, FSA. We should know what those are. Florida Standard Assessments. Yes. So we are in the beginning of the testing window, and in my classroom, we have been prepping, getting ready, getting the thought process to think more about what I need to be doing when I am getting ready to write. So that's what myself and my fellow students have been working on in all my classes, getting ready to take this writing test, because that's the first one that's coming up for anybody, all students. Everybody has to do writing first. So we're getting ourselves prepped and ready. I almost think about, if I am going to an event, I'm going to the movies, I'm going to a party, I'm going to a dance, whatever it is that you're going to. How do you get ready for it? What do you do to prepare yourself? Same concept in my mind. I have to do certain things to get me prepped and ready to take this assessment. I know certain things. I may not know fully what the topic is, but there's other things that I could use in my box of tricks to get me ready for this assessment. So this was the last week of February, first 2 days of March, and that's mainly what we have been focusing on, is getting ready to take the first of many assessments. And I told the students in advance, so I try to let them know and be ready and prepared in advance. This is what we got going on. The assessment window starts here, it ends there. So anytime in that window, anytime from here to there, you could be taking an assessment. So we talked a little bit about that, just to try to help with test anxieties, testing cringes, if you will. And a few students did come to me and say, Ms. Stokes, I really do have a hard time when it comes to take a test. I just freeze up. I don't know what to do. I told them the first thing you got to do, breathe. One. Just like, no. Just listen. Just breathe. That's all you got to do first. That's the first thing. Because when you stop doing that and you get thoughts in your head and you're not thinking clearly, you pass out, okay, you're going down. So step number one, breathe. Now, step number two. I cannot control what the topic's going to be. So I just need to rely on my prior knowledge, what I haven't already been instructed by my teachers. What have they been talking to me about? What have I been practicing? Even if I don't fully get the whole entire story, just think about those things. What have I been practicing? What do I know about? Well, I know a couple teachers have told me what the writing process is. It's got a lot of steps involved. We talked about that. You may not know every step, but there's a process. Okay, let's work with that. What's the first thing you need to do? Of course, after you've read the prompt. Okay, I need to brainstorm. Gotta let my brain work. And instead of me trying to keep all the information clogged into my noggin, I need to put some down on paper. There you go. That's what we're doing after we breathing. Writing down just few little pieces of information. Don't try to come up with full blast sentences. It's not going to happen that fast because you're too nervous about the test in the first place. So just a few little pieces of information being jotted down on the paper. All right. Now let's move on. What does our topic say? What do we know about our topic? Okay, they told me to read this information. Well, did you read it? Let's read it. They usually give you some type of source to read. So let's go ahead and look at the source. Let's read the source. What is the source talking about? All right. Can I relate to the source in any type of way, or is it brand new to me? Well, if it's brand new to me, I probably need to read it over more than one time. If it's brand new to me, I know nothing about this topic, might want to read it over again. Let's look back at the prompt again. What question has been asked? Did they ask you to do something? Do they always ask you to do something? They're always going to ask you to do something. Well, what did they ask you to do? I don't know. Hey, let's go back and look at that prompt again. What do I have to do? They want me to answer something. What? What do they want me to answer? All right. Now we're figuring out a little bit more pieces of information. Now I'm getting a little bit more knowledge. Now my nerves is calming down a little bit easier because I know I can do a little bit with what I have. And that's what you need to do. You need to let that be your starting point. You can't figure out every single thing in those first 5 minutes, and it's not going to happen. Take it step by step. Breathe about it first. Just breathe, and then take it step by step. Do small thing first, then work your way up. Step at a time. But please be mindful, it's timed. You don't have all day. My students know that phrase very well. I don't have all day. No, you don't have all day. You can't spend all day on this. You don't have 7, 8, 9 hours to do this. You can't say, well, let me start on this today, and can I come back tomorrow and finish it up tomorrow? No, today. Today and only today. So that's what we've been working on, is just getting our brains ready for this. Talking to students, trying to talk them down, if you will, off the ledge so that they know that they can too do this. I'm using a new book this week. I introduced it to some of my students last week, but for the most part, a lot of students, I just introduced it to them this week. So this is also going to be getting us ready for future FSA assessment. And one of the activities in the book is a writing prompt. So we have been doing that piece by piece, breaking it down step by step. Part 1, thesis statement. Part 2, introductory paragraph, and then going from there step by step. So having this little bit of knowledge instilled in their mind, it just helps out with, okay, I know I can write this. So whether you're typing or writing your essay on paper and pencil, okay, you got a little bit more to go with versus saying, I don't know what they're talking about. What is this? What does this mean? Or asking that question that I know some students want to ask. How many paragraphs I got to write? How long this got to be? Please don't ask me that question. I'm not going to help you. But anyways, that's what we've been working on this week. So we really have just been focusing on getting ready for this writing FSA, doing step by step, going over the writing process, going over what paragraphs look like, talking about, the individual sentences, giving me that hook sentence to grab my attention, to want me to read whatever you're writing about, and making sure that that thesis statement is also part of the introductory paragraph. So we've been doing sentence by sentence. Sometimes that's what the students need. Okay, if I tell them you got to write 30 sentences, they're like, what? What? 30? What do you mean 30? That's a lot of sentences. What do you mean? Okay, let's not do that. I don't even tell them the grand number. I just tell them, let's just do it like this. The first sentence I need you to do, this is what I wanted to say. Okay, now we got the first one done. Let's go to number 2. Second sentence, third sentence, fourth sentence. Okay, that's what I want. And then that fifth sentence, this is what I want. So I'm not even going to bother trying to count up all the sentences to them. Just let's do this one at a time. So that's all we can do, is one thing at a time. Well, I hope you enjoyed the mini vlog that I have for you this week. I will try to keep you guys posted every Friday, as I do as always. Thank you very much for watching my show today. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.